Welcome, everyone, to Chestnut Hill, home of the Boston College Eagles, where fans are filing into Alumni Stadium. They'll look between the field hockey lines, perhaps underneath the Musco lighting that's been imported in, and hope that there will be a party in the moons. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the UMass Minutemen. Boston College lined up, ready to kick off and get things going. On the move from inside his 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. So the UMass Minutemen head out on offense, and they'll take control first. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Paul.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant.
And they got him for the sack.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes in offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Looking downfield, it's Zimmerman. Quickly to the tight end. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Catch in the middle, it's Key.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
We're already in the first quarter, but already you get the feel this could be a long day for this QB. He's already been sacked. He gets hit right there on the incomplete throw. They've got to find a way to do a better job up front of protecting this guy, or it's going to be difficult to put up points.
Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
These QBs that can scramble and buy time, you just got to have a lot of energy. I mean, you got to keep chasing, keep chasing. Sometimes you run upfield, you got to retrace your step.
Touchdown, Minuteman! Hauled it in and just kept right on running to the hallelujah land. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Eagles offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
They'll throw it on first down. Takes the easy throw in the flat. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. He built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like, it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Caught in the backfield, it's Hendricks. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup. We anticipate this one being much tighter than the last time these two met when it was a blowout, David.
And here's the thing. You got an opportunity right now. You got the football early in this game to show you. This is going to be more of the same, Palmer.
Well, we talked to both coaching staffs and players, and they're all very aware of what happened the last time these two teams played. So expect everybody's A game today. Reese, you're right. We expect this one to be a lot tighter.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
He's got an open man. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. Boston College right back to the line.
Hard work pays off, guys. These offenses work so hard week in and week out, working on those critical down distances, third downs, and having that conversion this early in the game, that's got to feel good for this offense.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Now they'll run the draw. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Now look what I found. I'd say that's a stroke of good fortune. The offense keeps it.
Great job by the defense, forcing the fumble, but a bad, unfortunate bounce, and the offense pounces back on it.
Boston College will send out the punt team. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, hitting them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly out to the tight end. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come open.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. Getting some heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. I know you want to prepare for every game the same way, but there's just something different about rivalry games, Jesse.
It's because, Reese, I think players are aware that games like this define your legacy as a player. Your record in rivalry games is something that people are going to talk about for years and years down the road. You have got to show up and play your best football in games like this.
To the air, it's Zimmerman. Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. That last completion has them set up 2nd and short. He's looking to throw. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He's going for the big play. What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's just excellent cover. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
That's the end of the quarter, and it's UMass holding the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They go to the ground.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Boston College lining up to punt this one away.
Number 15 in punt formation to kick it away.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win in David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Dropping back, it's Zimmerman. Release to the back. Makes the grab down the middle. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. UMass getting set to snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, the fumble and the defense got it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That's the way you get things going. A huge play, and now attacking from just inside the red zone. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. UMass lines up with a 1st and goal. He's looking to throw. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. Working that left side now. And he's dragged down.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism. He's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
3rd and goal from way back there. Got his man on the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UMass! Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out and be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
PAT unit on the field. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. The kickoff team out there getting set.
Set to kick this one away.
He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And the returner goes down. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing.
He's off to the races. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down. Boston College wants to play fast.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Gets it out fast. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down.
And you just wonder now, is that the play that's finally going to wake this offense up? They've been sluggish throughout the entire first half, but could that be the thing that finally just gives them a little bit of a jolt and leads them to scoring some points here before this half is over?
And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
They're bringing heat. Hard in the backfield. It's Dixon. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical, they're too fast, and they force a negative play.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hendricks. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Now from inside the red zone. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open.
And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Boston College.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this off.
Sends it downfield. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
You know the saying, no risk it, no biscuit. If you want big plays on offense, you've got to be able to take shots. They didn't hit that one, but moving ahead in the second half, expect this offense to keep dialing them in.
Can't make the catch, and it'll be 3rd down. He had that thing and just lost his concentration. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. UMass will line up to punt it away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. BC has it back, and the Eagle offense returns to the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
That's a good decision by the quarterback. I know that's not going to come up on the stat sheet, but you're in the pocket, nobody's open. Don't risk turning it over. Just throw it away.
Wants to fire on second down. Got it in the middle. It's Hendricks. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out.
Delay of game. Offense.
So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. After the flag, 1st and 15 for this offense. The snap sets up the throw. Got it in the middle. It's Hendricks. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Line getting set on second down. He's looking to throw. Makes his connection. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
Yeah, you throw a little hitch route. Nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly. Wide receiver, quarterback. Nice job being on the same page. Nice completion, nice catch.
Ball's at the 25. They're in field goal range, but they'd love to convert this 3rd and short. Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. Boston College will send out the punt team.
On to kick it away.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He wants to take the top off. Oh, did he toast the coverage? Got it deep downfield. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, UMass.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working, and I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how this rivalry matchup plays out.
Second half just about to get started, and UMass will kick it off. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. BC has the ball back, hoping for a party in the mods. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Boston College lining up to punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. The UMass offense returns to the field. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike score. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offensive approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Working the middle, it's complete. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. UMass mounting a threat from the red zone. He finds his man. Stopped after making the catch.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. Quickly complete. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's first and goal from the 8. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw it again. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Minutemen. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
First down here for the offense. He wants to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hendricks. At the 45 on his way. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
I love the play call because you're trying to get this guy the ball as fast as you can because his ability after the catch is sensational, and you saw it on that last play.
From the gun, running back on the move.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. Snagged in the middle, it's Dixon. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. They are really clicking along, first and goal on just the 4th play of the drive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Boston College! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down, but this is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
on to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they trail by 2 touchdowns, 28-14. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They've got it down to a 2-touchdown deficit, trailing by 14 and about to kick it away. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Minutemen going back to work on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out everybody right now on the same page.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Off the play fake. Coming after it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front 7 on defense, it's going to be tough.
Looking to buy time. Open space at the 25. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down to keep this drive rolling.
Makes the grab well past the sticks. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. To the air, it's Zimmerman. Going over the top. And incomplete on the deep ball.
That is no fun for that wide receiver. Thinking you just ran all the way downfield. I'm not out here trying to run gassers or get conditioning. You're trying to catch TDs. What's going on? Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're looking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
They get him on the ground, didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. They'll try to get it through the air. Pulls it in. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Offense in an empty set. Going up top on first down. And the heat was all over him, and that's the way the 3rd quarter will wrap up with a big sack. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. 2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Back to pass, it's Zimmerman. Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Minutemen!
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
35, Boston College.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. Boston College sending the offense back onto the field. Line gets set, first down. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He's got his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
This is the type of play that can give the offense momentum. 3rd and short from inside the 20. They'll try to get the first through the air. He's got it down the middle. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
They want to just keep throwing it. Got his man quickly. Makes the grab, and he's dragged down.
This offense has their work cut out for him, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
That one never had a chance. Incomplete.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the 4th quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Hendricks. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Catch in the middle. It's Wilkins. And that was some kind of collision between a couple of big bodies there, and he stopped from getting the first down. On 2nd down, wants to throw. It's complete. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. Boston College right back to the line.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Can't hold on. He had him right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Pocket starts to collapse. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And obviously you're never going to point to one individual play over the course of a game, but that right there is basically a microcosm of the day it's been for this offense. They have not been able to get points up on the scoreboard because they simply can't execute.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lofts one down the sideline. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs. The UMass offense returns to the field.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're trailing. They can't get more scores. They got to get...
Going to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Let's see if they go back to the air on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Zimmerman. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
It's complete on the right side. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Looking for a big gain. Complete to the left. And what a throw to get it in there, and they've got it in business in the red zone at the 13. This UMass offense is moving quickly down the field. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Makes the grab. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Snags it. Touchdown, UMass. And the punishment has been extended. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
UMass 42, Boston College 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. BC has it back and the Eagle offense returns to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse. Fires one high and deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. They'll line up for a second down play. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Fires and picked off. Bringing it back. The 30. He's at the 10. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Scanning the field, it's Zimmerman. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
Well, they take a sack right down by the goal line, guys, and I think the route concept really didn't help the quarterback out there. Normally, you're thinking this is going to be a quick hitter, get the ball out of his hands fast, but that was a very slow developing route concept, and I think that's the biggest reason he got sacked.
They've gotten pushed back, but it's still third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
They got him! Big stop in the backfield, and what a stand by this defense to keep points off the board.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on fourth down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's...
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Eagles.
Do I run the ball here? Am I a little conservative? I don't want to get a safety. What? Absolutely not. I'm going to play pitch and catch, and my guy's better than yours. Outruns everybody the length of the field. 99 yards for the big touchdown reception.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits those uprights right in half. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. Maybe feeling a little better about things. Still a 21-point game as they're set to kick it off. Let's see what he can get done from inside his own 15. He stopped the return right there, and that will do it. This one is in the book. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People are fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew who they were, and they didn't have the momentum going. But now they've definitely got it together, Jesse, and they look like a different team.
They sure do, David. We know teams get better or they get worse over the course of a season. This team right now, completely different. Almost the polar opposite than what we saw earlier this year. And I'll tell you, look at their schedule and who they've got left. Those teams better be careful. This team is coming for them.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.
Hello and welcome to what should be a fantastic close to the Conference USA football season. It's the battle for the trophy as we crown the champion of Conference USA right here today. Kickoff team out there getting ready, and this is it, the battle for the Conference Championship trophy. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. So UMass's offense trots out there to open this game. And this quarterback, of course, Kirk, he's the guy that stirs the drink for this team.
You talk about the total package. He runs it, produces it, directs it, acts out all the scenes. He's the whole package. I love a quarterback who understands the ins and outs of a football game. This kid plays like he wrote the manual.
And now the handoff. They'll tackle him right at the 25-yard line.
Great job by the offensive line here, opening up some holes and giving the running back room to run on first down. Plays like this can open up the playbook for the play caller, allow him to make that defense think, are they going to run? Maybe play action, maybe throw the ball downfield.
That gain is good enough for a first down. Ball spotted at the 42. A new set of downs after that completion. Here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Chris, this is what I'd love to see from a defense is the linebackers are scraping, doing their job, but you need help from the secondary. And when you have aggressive tacklers on the back end, you got a great defense. This time, the secondary makes the difference.
They make the tackle, but not before a solid gain on that pass.
Well, they don't pick up the first down here, but if you can use the quick passing game to stay ahead of the chains, it definitely helps your offense. And if that defense starts to creep up and take that away, that's when you can take a shot downfield.
Brought down at the 46, good enough for a first down.
Well, I know it's here early in this game, but boy, this is what you want to see as an offense. You get to these third downs, it's all about trying to create opportunities and momentum, and that's what they've done here, converting to get a new set of downs.
They get him down, but not before he moves the football to the 32.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And, right, the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this, and the quarterback makes a good read. Nice first down.
Come to the line for second down and very short now. Scanning the field, it's Zimmerman. Receiver makes the catch, and they tackle him, but not before he picks up the first. And the drive has reached the all-important red zone. And here's the handoff. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. Well, they don't block the defensive end and shows some quickness, Kirk, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well. And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Pass caught. He's not going to get the first down. It's fourth down.
Chris, great effort here by this defense to keep him short of the first down. Now they've got a tough decision to make here on this fourth down and short.
Here we go, fourth down. They'll try to run for it. And he's not going to get there. The defense rises up and makes a huge fourth down stop. The Tar Heels offense makes their way onto the field for their first possession. Well, it's not easy to narrow down the impact players to just a few guys, Kirk, but what do you expect from them today?
Well, we got guys that can make plays as well as anybody in the country on both sides of the ball. That's why I think this matchup is so exciting. Two good teams with great individual players.
The defense drops him for a loss. He went backwards there. A second down behind the sticks now.
The defense does such a good job of taking any threat downfield away. All he could do is throw it to his back, and loss of yards, now you're behind the sticks.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? Drops back from the shotgun, looking for an open man. Snags the quick throw. They make the tackle, but that pass creates a solid gain.
I think it's important to kind of let your quarterback get into a rhythm early in the game. Sure, you'd love to see the big gains, but plays like this allow the quarterback to get settled into the game, find his rhythm, and then he can make the bigger plays later on.
Caught by the back behind the line of scrimmage. Tackle right at the 30, good enough to move the sticks.
What a huge third down conversion here for this offense. Nice job of being able to give the quarterback enough time. He finds the matchup that he wants, gets it to his man, and he does the rest.
Looking to throw it again. Lets it go quickly. And the pass is incomplete. He dropped the first down attempt here across the middle. So second down after the incompletion. From the shotgun, drops back looking for an open man. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a first down. And he'll drop back here on third down. Looking to throw it deep. Deep ball is caught for a huge gain here. Touchdown, North Carolina. Made the defense look slow that time.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football, he is so dangerous after the catch. This one leads him into the end zone for the 6 points.
Turner looking to make a play here. And the coverage team gets the returner to the ground. The UMass offense takes the field now. Defense got a big fourth down stop on the last possession. Let's see what happens here. First play of the drive, they'll come out throwing. Looking for a deep completion. Catch made wide open way downfield. Breaks clear, end zone ahead. They're not going to get him. He's in. Touchdown, UMass.
Such a well-designed play here by this offense to find a way to get the ball to the gifted tight end. He's got the size, he's got the speed, he's a difficult matchup, and here he shows he's got the speed to take it all the way into the end zone for that touchdown.
And here's the return from inside the 5. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. The North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. They scored a touchdown in their last possession. Let's see if this defense can make adjustments and prevent that this time. Keeping it on the ground here. Juice to get past a man. That's a big gain before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks. More than enough for a first down. So quickly all the way up to the 36 in his first down. Physical defending. That one falls incomplete and brings up second down.
I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
Tackle made after just a short game.
You know, in an era that we live in right now, everybody wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense is countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still be solid at the line of scrimmage, not give up big run plays.
Big gain across midfield. They'll spot it down near the 30. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. It's a run to the left. And he's brought down after a short gain. Does not make the first down yardage. Second down after that run on the previous play. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw it. And the sack is made. That's a nice play there by the sophomore.
I like the call here, but you can't run long, developing play-action passes like that if the offensive line is not going to give the quarterback time to throw.
Looking to throw it on third and very long. Escapes the sack. Or just gives up on the play, throws it away, and now it's fourth down. And the Tar Heels will have to kick it away. First part of the game now, looking to pin him back deep. And the punt goes out of bounds. The officials now will mark the spot. So some early drama here. We're all even at the end of one. Let's take a quick pause and check out the stats from this first quarter. Back at it to start the quarter. Offense getting set to run a first down play. Trying to find some room. It's Wagner. Catch made, but the defense gobbles him up for just a short gain. Second down after that run on the previous play. And the quarterback drops back looking for an open man. Quick throw complete to the tight end. And the gain is good enough for a first down near the 38.
The tight end drag route is the perfect option for an offense looking to scheme that position open for some yardage. Perfect execution here for a first down.
Quick completion to the tight end. But a huge collision. Blow delivered there by the linebacker. Short completion there. Second down coming up. They're going to run it here. Solid run. Tackled at the 45-yard line.
Well, they didn't bust that for a big play, but it makes this third down coming up a little bit more manageable, and that certainly has a lot of value.
A gain sets up a third down play. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. The gain picks up the first down, tackled at the 37.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Second down after that run on the previous play. It's a short completion to the big tight end. Good enough for first down yardage.
I mean, we're not even to halftime yet, and I don't think this guy wants to take a break once we get to the half. That's his 5th catch and counting.
But go with the ground game here. Running back takes the handoff.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job of opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Dropping back, it's Zimmerman. And a short pitch and catch to the tight end. Defense wraps him up after the catch, but he's just short of a first down.
Just a good job of spreading the wealth, making sure everybody's getting their touches. When you do that, the defense can't lock in on one guy or two guys. Make them have to be aware of everybody. It allows you to continue to spread the ball around and spread the field, making it tougher for this defense.
This line getting set up. It's a first down play. Looking for some space. It's Wagner. Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. There's the snap. Looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab. Brought down after the catch, but at the 8-yard line. The offense threatening here.
The quarterback looks downfield to make this throw. He wants to be able to get the ball to be able to pick up enough yards for a first down. But instead, he gets the ball at least underneath to the drag route and gets some positive yards.
Pass caught. Can he get in? And he steps out of bounds just short of the end zone. First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Keep it on the ground, trying to power in for the touchdown. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Minutemen. So they'll try to add the lead now with the PAT. PAT makes it a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they get set to send this one away.
North Carolina, 7.
And he'll just take a knee. Drive will start at the 25-yard line. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. If they want to cut into this lead before halftime, they have to work quickly now. So here we go. First play of the drive, under 2 minutes before halftime. He's moving out of the pocket now, using his legs on the scramble.
How about this by the quarterback? He takes a negative play and turns it into positive yards and slides down before taking a big shot. It's an excellent job of getting down to avoid that big hit.
Caught for the completion. Breaks loose at the 45. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play. First down, clock stops for a moment, but no huddle here. They've got to hurry. Quarterback drops back, makes the throw across the middle of the field. Oh, and he doesn't hang on. Looks like it was deflected before it got to him. They'll bring up second down. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. It's a highlight reel diving catch there. Tackle made, but a strong arm throw by the senior quarterback. First down, looking to throw the football. And he's brought down. Offense going backwards with the sack. Timeout is called to talk strategy late in this close game with halftime approaching.
There's a nice play by this defense after giving up a huge gain. They're able to turn things around, recalibrate, and get after that quarterback for that sack.
Quarterback looking to throw it on second down. Looks like he's going to run it. He'll avoid the big hit with the slide. The mark is still running off to hurry up here, but it's a crucial third down. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. Looking to scramble. Extending the play now. The defense will wrap him up, but he's able to scramble for a first down and keep the drive going.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
He's escaping the pocket now. Slides down to avoid the tackle. The offense will call a timeout. That's their second of the half.
Well, I thought the defense had him here, Chris. He should be down in the backfield, but instead, he gets out of the pressure and actually picks up some positive yards.
Catch made by the tight end. Finally, they get him. A great tackle by the quarterback. Not easy with that size difference. And the Tar Heels will crank up the tempo. In the third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And he finds the running back in the flat. And he's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. But now the offense will call a timeout here. Something they didn't like about what they saw there. Wanting to make an adjustment for this critical down. The coach chooses to go for a field goal attempt here. And that is no good. After the miss, still down by 7.
Well, that's going to go down as an empty possession for this offense. No points as he's off target. Now you can see he's hanging his head. A poor kicker.
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. Going the other way. Can they stop him? Finally able to take him down, but that's a great return after the pick.
And they'll take over first and 10.
Time running down. Just one play left here in the half. And looking to throw now on first down. And here comes a deep shot. The catch is made for a huge pickup. And he takes it all the way to the end zone. Touchdown, UNC. A Hail Mary prayer answered. What a throw by that quarterback.
Chris, a great throw by the quarterback is right. Not just the distance, but to put it up into the air long enough to give his receivers a chance to get underneath it. The result, a miracle and a touchdown.
UMass will kick it off to get the second half underway. And he's going to bring this out from a couple yards deep in the end zone. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. Here's the first play of the drive now from the 20-yard line. Here comes a first down pass attempt. Throw to the running back in the flat.
One thing I love about this back is how he gets involved in the passing game. Nice catch here.
Second down after that completion. Offense will keep it on the ground here. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zero in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. Breaking free at the 35. Quarterback gets down to avoid the tackle.
Well, here's a quarterback that just takes control for himself. Picking up some nice yards when nothing else is there. This guy's a real threat.
Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage. Not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
Receiver looks it in. It's complete. They get him down quickly. Not much of a gain on that completion. Offense gets set up here. It's third down. Here's the snap. Looking to throw. He's going to take off. Breaking free at the 35. Quarterback gets down to avoid the big hit.
Man, this quarterback can play the game. He can throw, and as we see here, He can run the football. The defense does everything that they need to with the pressure. They look like they're in good position to be able to come up with a nice play on him, but instead, he shows how he can slip out of the back door of this defense and pick up a nice gain.
They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Man, this wide receiver has been a difference maker in this football game. He's got 2 touchdowns already. Now they look to him again, and he picks up the first down.
And the Tar Heels begin a new series here, 1st and 10. Running back with the football. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2. Well, they run it right into a blitz, and that linebacker was coming downhill, Kirk.
Man, what a time to call that blitz here by the defense coordinator. You're right, he shoots right through that A-gap. Really, the back had nowhere to go. By the time he got the ball in his hands, the linebacker's right in his face.
Tackled at the 6-yard line after the completion. Offense really threatening now.
Love the timing here between the quarterback and his receiver. Pick up some positive yards, and I continue to be impressed with just the chemistry between these two.
The pass is incomplete.
Hey, the good news is here, Chris, they're still in field goal range, and they didn't cost themselves any points, but they could have more. Got to be thinking about going for this on 4th and short.
No problem. Knocks it right through. And with that, they regain the lead. They come away with 3 points on the drive, and now the kickoff team will boot it away. And he'll bring it out from inside the 10. And he's tackled at the 21. That's when the drive will start. The Minutemen offense back on the field now. Let's see how this quarterback responds. Remember, an interception on the very first play of the last possession. They tackle him. Looks like it's going to be just short of the marker. Inches away. Now it's 2nd down here. They'll run it here. There's the tackle, but 1st down yardage.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the 1st down, but he got it.
Run it up the middle, but stuffed for no gain.
Well, the defensive line does their job eating up those double teams, freeing up the backers to make the play.
Short pass finds the tight end. And they wrap him up after the completion just short of the 1st down marker. Offense looking to convert on 3rd and short from the 42. Can they make the yardage or face a tricky 4th down decision? And the receiver snags it. It's complete. And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down. A new set of downs after that completion. They'll hand it off. He's taken down, but that's a nice gain. He'll spot the ball now at the 35.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on 1st down.
Caught in the flat by the running back. A solid 8-yard gain brings up a 2nd and 2.
Defenses all around the country got to do a better job of keeping an eye on these little guys from the slot. They can dismantle a defense with their speed and quickness in the open space.
Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
Well, I see what the quarterback's trying to do here. He's holding on to that football to the last possible second to give that play a chance, but he held it just a little bit too long, and the defense is able to hit him to force that incompletion.
Gain moves it to the 24. That's a fresh set of downs.
I thought the defense did a pretty good job here on this 4th down, but how about the quarterback? Throws an absolute laser to get that one in there for the 1st down.
And the tackle is made after a 4-yard gain, so 2nd and 6. Defensive fans getting frustrated. Offense continues to march. Bringing pressure. Makes a quick grab. Touchdown, UMass. They'll take the lead in the 2nd half. Conference championship pressure, they just grind away. Beautiful execution on that methodical drive.
Man, I can't think of a better stage than the conference championship to put together a drive like that. Moving the sticks, executing along the way, avoiding any turnover potential, and coming up with a touchdown. Great job.
And the North Carolina offense is back out there on the field. The last possession, they moved it, but settled for a chip shot, so it's sort of an unsatisfying result. Looking to do more here. They begin with a quick throw to the left. Defense surrounds it. Just a short gain on that completion. The gain makes it second and medium. From the gun, he looks for an open man. Finds his target. And the defense swarms. Not much of a gain on that completion.
And they get some positive yards here. But just from sitting up here looking down, Chris, I kind of have a sense that they wanted a little bit more on that play.
It's a quarterback keeper. He shreds the tackle. He makes the tackle, but he gains enough to make the first down in what should be the last play of the third quarter. And UMass has the lead now, Kirk. We've reached the end of the third. Time is running out to cut into this lead. Let's check out the game stats before we go on. And the Tar Heels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. Handoff here from the shotgun. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Nothing better than an offense on first down to be able to pick up big positive yards like that. You can either keep giving it to the back, or it can set up play action and get the defense to come up to the line of scrimmage, and you can throw it over top of it.
That's the running back who makes the catch across the middle. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball to the plus 40. Fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. And the motion by the back now forces the defense to adjust. Makes a quick catch.
Chris, this guy has a big-time arm. He just zipped the ball in there. You know, you can sometimes show your arm strength in other ways than just bombing it deep.
Offense getting set. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, drops back. Caught quickly. And he's tackled, but only after picking up a first down. A new set of downs after that completion. And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Off the play fake, looking to throw on first down. He lets it go on the move. He's got an open man downfield, and it's caught. Doesn't quite get in, but it sets up a 1st and goal for this offense.
Well, this is a beautiful play when the timing is right, as we see right here. The receiver's got to do a good job of working his way back to the football as the quarterback is throwing it.
Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they claim the lead here in the final quarter.
Boy, just a great job here by the offensive line and the running back to be able to get this ball into the end zone late in the game like this, now in the 4th quarter, to give them the lead.
BAT is good. They take a 3-point lead here in the final quarter. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Return starts from inside the 5. And he stopped at the 19. Good job by the coverage team. And the UMass offense is back out there. The last drive, the passing game, very effective. Moved them right down the field. And the defense make adjustments. Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. They lost the receiver down there. He's got it for a big gain. Touchdown, Minutemen. They jump in front here in the 4th.
Well, this is why they love this guy so much, is when it's crunch time, he makes plays like this. What I love is the quarterback knows all I got to do is get the ball in his hands, and he can do the rest of the work and get it all the way to the end zone. Great play.
DT up and good. The lead is 4 here in the final quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Return begins inside the 10. He'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. And here comes the North Carolina offense back out onto the field. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. They start the drive with a quick throw to the right. And he'll get the first down yards before they finally bring him down.
Man, and with that completion right there, this quarterback now has gone over 300 yards in this game. What a day.
There's some pre-snap movement in the backfield. Throwing for his running back. That ball snagged for a completion. They bring him down, but the veteran quarterback shows off that trademark arm strength. Big guys up front lined up. It's first down. And he'll set up to throw. It's a quick grab. They bring him down, but the gain moves the ball into enemy territory at the 43.
Defense kind of lost the running back here. Makes a nice catch and gets the first down in the process.
Looking to chuck it again. Toss a short throw down to the running back. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play. Pass caught, second down now. Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. There's a shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone.
I'm going to give the defensive coordinator a tip of the cap here. They went with dime coverage with 6 defensive backs, which gives them a lot more speed on the field. And with those defensive backs, they're able to play better in space. They recognize the ball, step in front of it for a nice.
He'll take a deep shot here. Receiver left alone down there for a huge gain. No stopping him, takes it all the way. Touchdown, UMass. This passing game is on fire. The quarterback cannot be stopped. With the conference championship on the line, he's delivering.
Yeah, he's in sync right now with his wide receivers. But, man, my attention seems to be more on the defense. What in the world are they thinking? You can't just allow this quarterback to sit back there and throw. You've got to be able to put pressure on him. He's going to continue to throw touchdown after touchdown.
And the Tar Heels offense is back out on the field. They had some good things going on the last drive, but it ended suddenly with the pick. Let's see what they can do here. First down play call coming up. How aggressive will it be? They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. But the play loses yardage. Very tough second down coming up now. And the Tar Heels come to the line to run the hurry-up.
This is not how you draw it up as an offensive coordinator. You get a first down play, and you go backwards. Now you're behind the sticks, and that play just never seemed to have much of a chance at all.
They stopped the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Looks like a man is down on the field after the last play, so we'll take a timeout. So from the 28-yard line, it's a third and manageable here. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. Goes to his right side there for the completion. Tackled at the 32. That's enough for a first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line to start a fresh set of downs. And that's the 2-minute warning here. This offense desperate to cut into this lead and then try to get the football back. First down here for this offense. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. The short completion of the tight end. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. Quarterback wants to throw it on second down. Launches downfield. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up third down. They come to the line. A long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. Catch made across the middle by the running back. The defense stops him just short of the marker. That'll bring up fourth down. Quarterback looking to connect with the receiver here. Quick throw to his receiver. He's got it, and that is enough for a first down. They've got him, but they convert on fourth down, and the drive keeps going. And the offense will wisely spend a timeout after the play. Clock management is going to be very important here in the final minutes. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Not much on the return, but the pick will set up the offense at the 35.
Boy, would this quarterback love to have this one back. They're trying to work themselves back into this game here in the second half, and the defense comes up with a big turnover that could be the nail in the coffin.
The UMass offense takes the field now. Last possession, a one-play lightning strike with the big touchdown pass. He's looking deep here. picked off. A crushing mistake. Look out, he's got some space.
That's just a poor decision by the offensive coordinator and the quarterback. Working with the lead, run the football here and work the clock instead. Throws it into coverage. Now they got a chance to get right back in the game.
Offense trots out onto the field, hoping to start a drive here. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Looking to set up a screen pass here. They're finally able to stop him, but the defense is fooled a bit on that screen play. It's a solid gain for a first down. And a quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve as much clock as possible. The ball is caught. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain, more than enough to pick up a first down. Offense getting set for what could be their final drive, down late in the final quarter. And they get to completion. And the coach quickly calls timeout after the play, trying to hold on to as much time as possible. And completion makes it 2nd and short. And he drops back in the gun, looking for the wideout. And the senior quarterback, lucky he didn't get picked off, almost made a freshman mistake. So at the incompletion, it sets up a 3rd down and 3. Looking to pick up the first down through the air. And he'll loft it to the end zone. Intercepted in the end zone. It's a short return, but a takeaway for this defense.
Oh, Chris, the offense could not afford to throw that interception down by a couple scores. Every series matters. Every opportunity in possession. You need points on the board, and to throw a pick, you just wonder how many chances more they'll get.
The Minutemen offense back on the field now. Takes the handoff. It's Wagner. Linebackers maybe trying to confuse the line with some movement. Here's the 2nd down play. Using the ground game here. Tailback has the handoff. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
And he will be stuffed for no gain.
Chris, an interesting call here. I know they have the lead, but I thought they might throw the football. They surprised me, but you know who they didn't surprise? That defense. They were not shocked at all by the run call on 3rd down and long.
Here's the throw deep downfield. And that deep shot is caught for a big gain. Defense makes the stop, but that's a big gain. This offense putting on a show right to the final play. Talk about a perfect end to the regular season, becoming champions of Conference USA. They've achieved a goal. They've made their case. Now it's going to come down to what the committee decides to do to see if they're going to get that college football playoff invite. And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.